What is the place people often go to have a good time? You can say they go to a PC room, or they go to a games room, they go to a bar, a cafe, or to the cinema, or a local church. And here's the thing, when people have a good time, they're more healthy. When people are more healthy, they behave better. So, you would think that an institution installed to keep balance and justice in the community is designed in such a way that people feel comfortable being there. When people feel comfortable, they'll open up themselves and they'll make themselves vulnerable, and they'll be able to work on solutions. In order to work on solutions, you must feel comfortable in that area in order for you to open up yourself, because it's when people acknowledge their vulnerabilities as human beings that are able to work on solutions. You can't be in denial of reality and work on solutions at the same time. It's not going to happen. Every psychologist knows this. If someone feels like they need to protect themselves, you can't work on solutions. Then explain to me why it is that in those pagan courthouses, you have this toxic climate of fear that hangs over there. You have to dress a certain way, you have to talk a certain way, and they tell you to be careful how you talk and how you express yourself over there, because if the judge or anyone in there feels offended that you don't validate the courthouse, you can be arrested for contempt of court, and you will be put in jail. So there is this institution. They have this Greek goddess that's blindfolded, this female vampire that's blindfolded with a weapon. That's already a red flag. And then the people there dress and operate in a codified way. And when you enter there, you must give fearful validation to them, because if you don't give fearful validation, they seek to attack you, to enforce fear on you. Why they're operating with fear? You'll say, but Rashid, the pagan courthouse deals with criminals and very hard people. Okay, so if you're dealing with people that are quite difficult, what are you going to do? You're going to be just as difficult as they are to solve the difficulty that goes on in the community? Does that add up? So if someone is toxic, are you becoming toxic too, just to deal with their toxicity? No, right? That goes against logic. And the pagan courthouse tell you, never take matters in your own hands. Oh, you should allow matters in their hands. Oh, but who are they worshipping? A Greek goddess is blindfolded. Remember what I told you. You have to admit reality before you can work on solutions. If you have a blindfolded goddess, that goddess cannot see what's going on. So how can she contribute to solutions? So why are you worshipping an entity that's blindfolding herself? And why do you as an institution feel entitled to the fear of the population? Why is it require people to be fearful when they're around you? So you claim to be there to bring justice and harmony to the community, but people need to be afraid of you. It's a contradiction. Yeah, but if there is no pagan courthouse, people are going to jump one another, and it's going to be a big chaos with bloodshed all over the place. Okay. So now you put fear in people. Fear is the thing that causes people to escalate to begin with. So you want to put that same emotion in people that causes people to escalate. So did you want to bring peace and harmony over to the people when they come there? When there is war and contention and violence, you must bring peace. So people must experience ease and peace around you, not the opposite. And that shows you how brainwashed world people are. Their intuition hints to them that something's wrong with those pagan courthouses. But because they were told on school that those courthouses are there to protect them, to prevent violence or escalate in the community, they just accept it. And they don't take autonomy. If they're there to stop the violence from escalating in the community, why are they entitled to violence? Why are they entitled to harm you if they feel like you don't give them proper quote-unquote respect? There was this recording once of a court case online, and there was this defendant who spoke to his lawyer, which he was entitled to, but he spoke to his lawyer in a very not in a formal way, just in a common way, and the judge jailed him for 50 days. And the judge, even a minute, I know he was talking to his lawyer, but he's not very respectful towards the courthouse. That's why I did it. Hold on a minute. The guy did not commit any crime. Just because it doesn't give validation to the courthouse, you feel entitled to take 50 days of his life? For what? So people know that if you don't validate the courthouse, something bad happens to you? So the courthouse feels entitled to demand you to come there. They summon you, but here's the thing. You don't summon those that are alive. Okay? You summon evil spirits. And in mythology, you summon those that are dead. So if they summon you to come to court, they assume you're dead. You don't summon those that are alive. You summon those that pass away, or those that don't belong to the land of the living. And evil spirits pretend to be the spirits of those that pass away. That's why they summon the dead. Why is the courthouse summoning you who's alive? So they are suggesting death on you from that point on. So they feel entitled to demand you to come, and when you're there, they also demand to be able to subject you to the fear they want you to reflect back to them. If they choose to operate in fear, that's their problem. Why do they demand you to reflect that fear back onto them, so they can have a grip on you? Listen, believers. It is for this reason that we must be cautious how far we get involved with these worldlings. Because these worldlings, somewhere their brains would function properly. Anyone who pays attention to any radar will stay away from the pagan courthouses, and they will be cautious of anyone who trusts the pagan courthouses. I'm telling you, don't trust any of them. And also don't trust the police. Why would you trust an institution that feels entitled to violate you when you don't give them what they want? Why would you, I'm talking about the police now, why would you trust an organization that uses symbols referring to Greek gods and they're not in Greece? And why do they use symbols related to Greek gods anyway, if they're not a religious institution? Ask proper questions, believers. Ask yourself proper questions, so people don't deceive you and trap you in danger. Be at peace.